Communication is key for success when leading. You must have clarity within your organization. It starts with clear communication. Leaders must make sure that no issues get ignored. We'll talk about a few areas in communication. Communicating the standard. When you set a specific standard for your staff, you must keep this standard yourself by being the example. This communicates to the staff that you set the standard and they must also keep it. Remember, actions speak louder than words. One thing about being a leader is you're always under the spotlight. You're always under the microscope. So, as being in that position, you have some issues that you have to deal with on a daily basis. We talked about it earlier. Some stresses that come about in your path. How do you deal with them? Failures, how you deal with them. I have one of the courses are going to be specifically on how to fail successfully. And there's some great stuff on there that I've learned myself. And I'm telling you, if you really understand the pressure it is being a leader when you're having a lot of people follow you and being under that microscope, you've got to take on that mindset. You know what? I'm going to make things clear. I'm going to be transparent. I'm not going to allow, this happens a lot, I'm not going to allow people to direct my path, fulfill my vision, because there's issues. There's unresolved issues with people that I'm leading, or people that believe in me. And you worry more about what's going on with the issues versus fulfilling the vision. You're always going to have issues. And what I mean by that, worrying about issues, let me give you an example. An issue could be, for instance, you have turmoil between two employees. I deal with this all the time. They don't have cohesiveness. They don't possess what's important for a business. They don't possess that teamwork mentality. So what do? Do I focus on that? Do I think about it a lot? No, I go at it and I attack it. What I mean by attack it, I go in and I resolve it. I find conflict resolutions every time. I try to find the actual how to solve that problem. I try to find the solution every time. You know, this is one problem with leaders. They have insecurity. When something pops up in their way because they've had a failure in the past, they have a tendency of not wanting to go after it. I remember I talked to a friend not too long ago, and I have a mentor that I was very close to. And it was amazing because I haven't talked to him because it was through a negative situation that we're not in a relationship anymore. And I was pretty burdened that I never spoke to him since that situation happened. So I decided to, it was burdened in my heart, and I shared it with a friend of mine, and he said that you need to go after it, you need to resolve it, you need to hit it head on. And I was like, wow, I need to do this. I need to do it. I need to make a choice to do it. It was the hardest thing for me to do that I've done in a long time. This guy mentored me. This guy ran a Fortune 500 company. I looked up to him. He taught me a lot what I know today. And I had to make that choice. I called, I told him, I apologized, and it was a good situation for me to release. And I did it. I went right on, hit it head on. I knew I needed to communicate with him. I knew I needed to let those things that were building up in me and did not resolve them. And I resolved them, I felt like peace. And that's an example of what I do with my staff. My staff, I see it all the time. Well, this happened and it's because of his fault or her fault. I go right at it. You know what? Everyone's going to fail. It's what you do about it is what the success is all about. Success is all about what you do about it. You hit it head on, you go for the resolution, you're going to have success.